Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So this video is the continuation of the series that we started earlier, which is a tech stack series. Earlier I thought of creating multiple videos on the same series, but then I realized this is just to give you a context, like what should be there on your resume, right? As part of your tech stack section. So in this video I'll be covering all the things related to the tech stack thing that you need on your resume basically. This video basically I'll be talking about your different sections that you can put in tech stack, which is programming language, operating system, frameworks, technologies, tools, and all those things. So I think that's it. Without wasting any more time, let's get into it. So as you can see in this one, we have a language section, right? So here you can mention basically what language you know. You can know C, C++, C Sharp, Java, Kotlin, Rust, Go, basically any language, JavaScript, TypeScript. Section I would say that you should start with. So the to the interviewer, it's easy to understand this is the language that you have already worked on, or you know basically the syntax. You're familiar with the syntax of it, so they can ask you a few concepts related to it, right? Although most of the concepts are very generic to almost all the languages, but yeah, some concepts are specific, so it will be easier to check your knowledge of the particular language. Now the second section I put for the programming style, because a lot of people don't put it there, although it's good to have it there, I would suggest, because second section is programming style, which just tells key how many program style you can code basically. This is functional, object oriented, reactive, nothing extra there. Now the next section is technologies. So after languages, basically you come to technologies only. If I talk about Java technologies, right, then you talk about this JDBC, Servlet, and JSP. So these are the Java technologies basically. JDBC is just related to connect to database and perform different type of operations, right? Servlet and JSP are basically web technologies using which you can create different types of web application. And then comes frameworks. Here I have mentioned only two: Spring, Hibernate. So long back I remember there was Struts as well. So in C Sharp there is ASP.NET. So based on the language you're learning or the project you're working on, you can change this accordingly. Next I put for a Spring module. This is very specific to Spring, but I would suggest if you are working on Spring, I would suggest you mention the modules as well. It gives a clear understanding to the reader of your resume as well, that on which module you have worked on, so the question can be asked based on those modules. There could be Spring Security, Spring Rest, Spring Core. There are a lot of other modules as well in Spring. Spring Data is there, and Spring Batch is there. Next one is operating system. This is just to tell other person ki you have worked on these operating system. If suppose you worked on Windows and suddenly Mac is given to you, you should not be surprised like how to deal with this, right? So this is just a small section to it. Next is web development. This again is a generic section. Basically what I have added is SOAP, REST, microservices, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So some basic things: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, right? Now the next is awareness section. Now awareness section is kind of a hack to tell the interviewer or who is reading your resume, to tell that you have worked on this particular thing, particular technology or tool, but you're not completely aware of it, right? There is so much in the tech stack basically of a project, you cannot know every single tool in depth. In awareness I have mentioned this Angular, React, Node, Jenkins, this JUnit and Mockito. Actually you should know in depth also about them. It comes from the testing tools. And there is agile methodology, Jira, UTrack. Yeah. Next one is databases. So although it's a self-explanatory, you should mention what are the databases you know, right? So for example, I have worked with MySQL, Oracle, Postgres, Mongo as well, so you can mention them. Some people mention it in a like detailed manner as well, that these are the SQL databases they worked on and these are the NoSQL databases they worked on. So that's also happened. That's also there basically. And the last section is tools and libraries. So here you mention basically all the tools you used in your project, all the client tools that you used in your project, all the specific libraries that you used, basically all of them. For example, Gradle, Maven, these are build tools. This is a source code management tool. Again, this is a logging tool. This FlowPOI and Postmans are basically for the API testing. VS Code, Eclipse, IntelliJ, these are our IDs. SSH is a tool to interact with the shell or any server. SonarQube, again, it's a code quality tool. Swagger, again, for API documentation. dbeaver to connect to database remotely. So yeah, this is just a generic view for you to tell what you're supposed to mention in your tech stack. So if you really want to know how to mention these in your resume properly, I mean, although this is the tech stack section, you can also mention this besides your project as well. So whenever you are mentioning your projects in your resume, right, these are the projects you worked on. Beside that itself, you can mention that this was the tech stack you used on that particular project. So whoever is reading your resume, they can immediately ask the questions related to that there only. So that's just one part of it. I hope this was useful for you. Although I have got some requests to start other series as well. Like some people suggested me start with lead code series. Some people started with DSA. Although there is so much already available about DSA on YouTube, but let's see. Most probably I'll be starting with the lead code series. So that's all about for now. See you in the next one. Bye. May the source be with you.